What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a quick video about the Triumph Street Triple bike. So who is the made for?
I am the God.
So I've been owning this bike for a bit over than a year, and I've done roughly 12,000 kilometers on it, and I can say that I really love this bike. It's very nice, it's very quick, it's very agile, and it's very nimble. So I'm not gonna deep into details and tell about the specs of the bike. You can find this in the internet. So basically what I want to say that this bike has the perfect engine. So basically this is the inline 3-cylinders engine, which gives 106 horsepower. So basically this is the same engine as in Triumph Daytona, what is the super sport bike. If you're not familiar with Triumph Daytona, it's something like a Yamaha R6 or a Honda CBR 600. So basically the super sport racing bike. So that bike riding right now, it's a street bike. As you can see, it does have a lot of fairing. It has some plastic on it, but not much. What makes it like perfect city riding bike. So if you're riding at work or just basically a everyday commuter, that bike will fit you. It's the perfect all-rounder. So basically it gives you a lot of power. If you want to take it to the track, you won't regret. Actually, it's very light and pretty powerful. So 106 horsepower and something like 170 kilograms gives you a pretty high ratio of kilowatts per kilogram. That means that will get RPMs very quickly. You see, this is just a little bit of acceleration. So if you're a city rider, this is a perfect bike for you. If you're like a city hooligan, I would consider buying that bike as well. If you wanna take it to the track sometimes, let's say you're commuting Monday to Friday at work and take it once a week, once a month to the track, that's gonna be the perfect bike. What else you can do on it? Do a little bit of touring trips. I've done a few trips on it, so probably between like 400 and 800 kilometers a day. So you can basically do 100 and even 1,000 kilometers a day on it, but it's not so comfortable. You can see it has a little bit of the wind protection, but not much. It lacks wind protection on a speed over than like 100 kilometers per hour. So basically you can comfortably ride on it like a few hours on a highway. So I wouldn't recommend that bike if you want to do the long trips. Basically what you need for the long trip, it's like two wheels and an engine, which it has, but the comfort, it won't give you the same level of comfort as, for example, the touring bike or the cruiser or something like that. The bike which is designed for the long, comfortable trips. Particularly that bike, it's good for probably up to 500 kilometers a day tour. But in the end of the day, your low back will feel a little bit of pain. So if you wanna like go for a week on that bike, week trip, probably this is not a good idea. Consider another option. The bar is not too wide. It's not as wide as on cruisers, but not too narrow. So I would say the bar on a Daytona, the much smaller. But still with this bike you can easily filter the traffic. You can squeeze between cars without touching the car's mirrors. No problems with that. Even in riding on Sydney's roads, they're very narrow, so you can squeeze between two cars. That is good when you're riding in high peak hours, for example, to work and back from work. That bike is pretty low. Personally, me, I feel a little bit uncomfy when I sit on a bike and don't touch the ground with both heels. So with my height, I'm 178 or 5'9" tall. This is perfect. That's perfect bike. If you're higher than that, let's say you're 185 or 6 feet and taller, I don't think it's gonna be comfortable for you. In Sydney, we have all the year-round season, so basically I'm riding 12 months a year, and the summertime is pretty hot. It can get up to 35 or even 45 Celsius at summer. So I don't feel anything like I'm frying my butt when I ride that bike at summer. I remember when I used to have Aprilia, that was pretty hard to ride in a city traffic when it's like 30 or even hotter, because I felt like my legs, like my butt is frying. With that bike, nothing even close. So very comfortable ride. I'm not big fan of loud mufflers or things like that. I'm pretty satisfied with the stock muffler, but if you want to put something like SC Project or Arrow or Akrapovic or any other brand which is much louder than the stock one, you won't be disappointed. What adds another plus into the karma of that bike, that you can adjust the suspension, the front and the rear, the preload. So that's very comfortable if you ride in a city and want to take this bike to the track. So you can briefly adjust the suspensions and you're ready to go. To summarize everything mentioned above, I want to say that this is the perfect street bike. If you're considering buying this bike, you won't regret, believe me. This is probably what you need for city riding, for everyday commuting, for taking it to the track once a week, easy, and doing once a month 1 or 2 day trips. That's perfect. Okay, let's take a look what this guy has. It's a BMW. Nice bike as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please thumb up, subscribe to my channel, and ride wisely. See you the next one. Bye.